We're back with another review. More lights. The Voltaic Touchlight USB powered LED light by Voltaic. So, stick around. So I saw this light on Iridium 242's channel, and I was so intrigued by it that I went and purchased it on Amazon. And here's a look at the box. So you get some specs. Designed in Brooklyn, made in China. Okay. And I thought this light would be really cool. And look at that. Ain't that neat looking? Because it doesn't have really its own power source. It's a cord with a USB, and it plugs in right like that. And that rubber kind of molds right over that. And then you take a battery bank, like I got this old Polaroid one, it's got a charge in it. And when you hook it up and you tap this, you get light. I think it's 2 taps. It's been a while since I messed with it. So, and I have taken this out and used it when I was hammock camping, and I like hanging this from my ridgeline and running it on low power. But here's the instructions. We'll give you a look at the instructions. So, I hope nobody out there is getting tired of me reviewing lights, because I do have a decent amount of lights in my collection, and I do use them. There's some I like, some I hate. This one's okay. It's not among my favorites. It's useful. Okay. And as we see in the instructions here, it's got a high lumen of 200, a medium lumen of 100, and a low lumen of 20. And that's all right here. Okay. Now, to turn it on, it is one, whoops, well, it'd help if the battery bank was on. One tap to turn it on, one tap to turn it off. To set the brightness level, you hold, and that's all the way bright. That's 200 lumens. If I hold it again, it'll start going all the way down until it blinks, and that's the lowest lumen level. Let me turn off my overhead light. That's at low, which is 20 lumens. And I found this to be pretty sufficient in my hammock at night. If I needed something, I would set it to low like this, turn it off, whoops, turn it off, and I could reach up and find this with my hands, and then a single tap and I'd have light. So that's what I was using it for. And then hold it, and we can get it up bright, and whatever brightness level you set it at, that's what it's going to come back to. That's fully bright. I think we'll leave it about there, somewhere in the middle, and turn it off. The light is IP67 waterproofing. Now, what that means is that it's protected fully against dust and stuff like that, but it's also guaranteed to function in 1 meter of water for 30 minutes, which is great. But most of these battery banks, I know this one for a fact, is not water resistant in any way. So you'd have to take something like that into effect. I got rained on one time while using this, but then again, this was underneath my rain fly with me, so it never got really wet. And I was carrying it around in a Ziploc bag along with the battery bank. I tend to be a little bit careful with stuff like this because I just don't know. They say it's water resistant to a point. Is it really? You know, who knows? But I thought it was pretty cool. They give you this little mounting loop, which is like a Velcro. So all you really need is a battery bank or something to plug it into to get light. And this cord is pretty decently long, is 8 feet. So the cable is 8 feet long, or 2.43 meters. So you can get some pretty decent distance on this. You might even be able to use it in like an automotive application, like plug it into, some cars have USB, newer cars anyway. I'm an old school guy, I still drive old cars. But you could plug it into a cigarette lighter adapter or something like that and get this around, maybe underneath the hood or down underneath the front dash if you were looking for something. This is kind of an aluminum construction. It's pretty decent. This is like a rubber, and that molds right over that cable, which kind of makes it waterproof. I think it's a really cool light. And I got to make sure that's on. There we go. It takes a little getting used to, but I think it's a cool little light. It is currently available on Amazon for $14.99, and I will put a link for this, Amazon link, in the description. I hope it's still available when I post this. I've had this since July. I have used it. I do like it, but like I said, not my most favorite light. But that's really all I got to say about this. This is short and sweet. So I will see you all later out in the woods.